Welcome to the UAB Baldai Jums team. You are standing in a 30,000 square meter facility, a scale designed to handle high-volume, precision manufacturing. This graphic outlines our core production flow. Every piece of furniture that leaves this building goes through exactly 5 distinct stages, from raw wood sourcing to final export. If you look at the right column of this company snapshot, you will see our buyer value proposition. Our wholesale and retail clients rely entirely on this facility for strict quality control and margin protection through optimized packing. Therefore, every individual task on this floor, from milling a single joint to sealing a box, directly impacts our promise as a premium private label partner. Your individual attention to detail drives the core of our business. Let's break down those 5 steps, starting with the first hexagon on the chart, wood sourcing and prep. This is where raw timber first enters the facility. Your daily workflow here involves unloading, inspecting, and carefully staging the incoming logs for processing. Because of the heavy machinery moving through this area, high visibility vests are mandatory at all times. You must maintain a strict 3-meter distance from any active forklift or loader. The critical failure point at this stage is missing early defects. If severe cracking or rot goes unnoticed during your initial inspection, that flawed wood enters the production line and compromises the final product. Once inspected, the logs move to the second hexagon, sawing and drying. This is where we process raw logs into usable lumber. The operational actions here require you to run the industrial saws to cut the timber to specification, and then continuously monitor the wood as it cures inside our drying kilns. Mandatory eye and ear protection is required around the saws. If a blade jams, you must execute the full lockout-tagout procedure before attempting to clear the machine. While the saws determine the shape, the kilns require strict attention to manage the wood's moisture content over time. Wood that isn't dried perfectly will warp in the weeks that follow. Failing to control moisture at this stage dooms all subsequent assembly steps, often causing clients to reject entire shipments. Moving to the third hexagon, we enter component production and assembly. This is where raw shapes become recognizable pieces of furniture. Workflows include milling solid wood, gluing panels together, and applying surface veneer. You will be operating around CNC machines and active gluing rollers. Ensure all loose clothing is strictly secured and kept far away from the moving parts. We use this materials matrix to prevent mixing up materials. The top row, solid oak, is for premium structural parts. The middle, natural veneer, balances cost and appearance for high-volume collections. The bottom, MDF board, is used for painted furniture to control budgets. Pulling the correct material from this matrix determines if the final product meets the client's specific budget and durability requirements. Step 4 is finishing, represented by the fourth hexagon. This is the most sensitive environment in the factory. Your tasks here involve painting, staining, and varnishing the assembled components precisely to the client's design specifications. Due to airborne chemicals, you must wear respirator masks and Tyvek suits. Always verify that your spray booth ventilation is active before spraying. Airborne dust is your main enemy here. If a piece isn't wiped down properly before sealing, a single speck of dust will ruin the surface of a premium oak piece, requiring it to be sanded and completely refinished. Finally, the components reach the fifth hexagon, packing and dispatch. This phase is physically demanding. As you transition finished pieces into flat pack boxes, you must utilize ergonomic team lifting protocols for any box weighing over 20 kilograms. The orange banner at the bottom of our materials matrix highlights our flat pack engineering advantage. However, missing hardware or misaligned components inside these boxes instantly creates a logistical nightmare for the retailer. The final flat pack box is the actual product the retail client receives. A perfectly milled and painted piece of furniture is rendered totally worthless if you pack it poorly. You now have a complete view of the product lifecycle, from inspecting the raw logs at the loading dock to dispatching the final flat pack boxes out for delivery. As you head out to the floor, remember, personal protective equipment, strict material verification, and error-checking checklists are non-negotiable. Reviewing our company snapshot one last time, you can see how your discipline inside the factory directly supports our core value proposition: providing long-term reliability for major furniture brands. Your immediate next step is to report to your designated floor supervisor. They will provide your station assignment and begin your machine certification. Welcome to the team. Your daily vigilance on the floor is exactly what builds and maintains our reputation for elite European manufacturing.